Did you hear her?
Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh my.
Good morning. It always seems like we have one lone chicken that likes to hang out with the meat birds. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if they like to go around and see if they left behind any food or if they feel like they're a mom. I'm not sure. We had a good rainstorm last night and the new batch of meat birds seem to be doing good even with all the rain. And these guys, they're just growing crazy. We have a few egg layers in here that Gina hatched out earlier. They're all moved to fresh grass. They are loving it. We got something in our trap. Gina just hollered to me. Or at least the door is shut. Mm-hmm. Alright, so we caught a skunk in the have a heart trap. I'm gonna let him be for right now. I'll deal with him in a little bit.
Heading over to check on the pigs, see how they're doing this morning. But I was just thinking, I can't wait to get a cow. Are you excited for us to get a cow? I can't wait till one day when we have a milk cow and I can make butter and all that kind of stuff. Ice cream. Goat's milk you can't do that with because it doesn't, well, it takes a lot of goat's milk. It doesn't have a lot of cream. But cow's milk you can. And we are loving our A2 milk that we have gotten from the local farm that we go to. Good morning.
All right, so I was able to go out to our local plumbing supply store and pick up a PVC Sweep 90 conduit. It's kind of funny that our plumbing supply store sells our PVC conduit here locally. I just had to make sure I got there soon enough. So we're gonna run this off this pipe when we get it later on, right over to line up with that. Set that right there. Don't wanna work on that part yet. I wanna get inside and I need to run conduit down and into a sub box. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on in between these two inverters or these two. And then we're gonna run down to our Lion Energy inverters with a piece of conduit so we can run our wires from the sub panel into our inverters. So we need to get these all opened up so we can see what is the best way to run all of our wiring. All right, so we're gonna have to run our wires into this area. It's gonna be the most convenient to put our combiner box right here, come down, drill a hole into this trough, and then we can run wires into this inverter. Then I gotta run two, one into the second inverter, another set of wires to the third inverter.
You haven't been up there for a while.
How to get all of our parts and pieces.
You have stuff stored up there too? Oh goodness. like wiggling a loose tooth.
Sure is. Bam. That was the way to do it. But still, I don't like doing that. Who dat? Then I have a plastic bushing. So if you don't have a plastic bushing, you just have your metal lip. So you make these little bushings that screw on the edge, and then you have a nice smooth plastic edge. So if your wire gets dragged on it, it's not going to tear into it.
What do you think about our polka dotted house? Just gotta get up high, but that's not a job for me. No surprises or anything?
Nope, no surprises.
Were you thinking there would be?
No.
Okay.
Which way looks better? This way or this way?
I like it better the other way.
Me too. This way.
Yep. There's no bend.
No.
There you go. Ish. Oh.
I hope we like it.
We love it. Looks very industrial.
Industrial farmhouse.
Industrial farmhouse with a purpose. That's what it is.
Alright, so now we need to get some wire to wire everything up, but we couldn't get the wire until I knew exactly where everything is going because all the wire we're going to be getting is cut to length. I have one piece of 6-gauge wire left over from when we wired up everything. So I'm thinking, if you want to just hold this on that last inverter, go down, like, yeah, right there. So this, yeah, that'll be enough to get the furthest run. So now we need to get a measurement from here, over, up. Then we're going to do one from here, down, up.
So 5 plus 24 plus 11. All right, I'm going to go ahead and harvest the scapes so that way we can put all the energy, or the plant can put all the energy into the garlic bulb and not into a flower that will produce seeds, garlic seeds. So if you want seeds, keep your scapes. If not, you pull them off and you can cook with them, make pesto, tons of stuff. I can't believe how thick and how big some of these are. Some of them are like twisting like 3 times. Like that one right there. That's crazy.
All right, we gotta take a ride to Lowe's and see if they have the wire we need. It seems like lately I keep having to go back and forth between Lowe's and Home Depot and the different supply stores to get everything we need, especially for electrical supplies. I don't know what it is. The electrical supply places aren't having the inventory they used to. All right, Lowe's had 3 out of the 4 wires we need. I'm gonna take a ride to Home Depot. I'll let you know how I make out there. Otherwise, we're gonna have to take a ride over to the electrical supply store. All right, we struck out completely at the old Home Depot. So now we gotta try the electrical supply store, and hopefully they'll have the rest of the wire we need. All right, the electrical supply store had it. They had just enough. They weren't sure if they were gonna have enough to fill the quantity I needed, but they did. I think they had like 5 feet left over. So I am excited about that, and that means we can continue on with this project. All right, now that we got all of our wire and our running around done, we can start getting the rope sent through so we can pull our wires. I wanted to run out when I did to get all of our wires because the electrical supply store, if I needed to go there like I did, it's only open till 5 o'clock, and I wanted to make sure that if we needed to go there, we could. Because a lot of the times I don't go out to the hardware stores till later at night, and unfortunately, like the plumbing supply and the electrical supply stores aren't open that late, the small locally owned ones. Oh, there we go, that'll work. There it is. All right, I was able to get all of the different wire I needed. We're gonna need a communication wire so we can communicate to the generator through an app if we want. Then we have our 2 loads and 1 neutral wire. I got a ground wire, and then I got some flexible conduit so that way we can connect to the generator with a flexible joint, so that way with the frost in the ground, if it moves or heaves, we don't have a solid joint that's gonna break. We got our copper line for the ground, and I think that's pretty much what we're gonna need, other than what we already have in the house. Oh, and we do have some 20 gauge wire. This is another communication wire to run from the inverters to the generator, so the inverters can tell when the generator to turn on and off once the batteries get so low. So we gotta get this in there too. There's a lot of wires I gotta remember to put in that pipe today. All right, I think this should be everything we're gonna need. I think this section is going to be one of the worst ones to get going. And I feel like once you get through here, it should go a lot easier. I almost forgot this communication wire. This one's gonna come up. So this wire pull is gonna take the 3 of us. Gina's gonna have to be on this ladder, pulling and pushing the wire down this way. And then Olivia's gonna be down here pulling this rope to guide the wires this way and then down. All right, let me know when you're ready to pull. Whew. A little bit of a workout. We're good in here. Just got to go outside and make sure we have enough length, and we got to get it through 2 more 90s and then down to the generator.
we have enough wire.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out, we gotta come into here, we should, but. So we have a bonding wire which goes from our neutral down to our ground. We need to take this bonding wire off because we don't want to bond this. Our ground wire is going to come down here to this, and then our neutral wire is going to come right into here, and then our loads are going to come over to here. So I got to get these wires ran to make sure they're the right length, and then I'm going to make all of our connections. Nice.
Those pliers come in, or whatever they call cutters, come in really good.
You can use it on so many different
So many things. Seems to be Tanner's little spot. You like hanging out there? You don't want to go inside? There he goes.
So our neutral goes in here. These two wires right here are power supply wires to feed the cold season part of this generator. It's got a battery warmer, it's got an engine oil warmer, and there's one other thing, I don't remember what it is, that it warms up so that way when it's like -20 out, the generator will start without an issue. So we got that all done. We can run our communication feed wire. Okay.
So this platform that Al's standing on is not something that he got, but Linda got us. So thank you, Linda, for that. And we've just started using it. We can also use it for a bench or like a little table for outside and to stand on. And you have a little bit of movement back and forth.
Now I need to run the wires down to the inverter, so I'm going to shut off all the power coming in and then all the power going to the house so we don't have any live wires down below while we're working. Bingo. Alright, so that's all done. Our generator hookup is different than most people's generators hookups because we are not on the grid. So we can wire up directly to our inverters without having to put a disconnect or transfer switch in. Like if you were tied to the grid, you'd have to have a disconnect switch and a bunch of other things. We don't need that because we have no grid here. So this is wired up the way we need it to wire it up to our Lion Energy sanctuary systems. All right, we're gonna turn everything on. These breakers are off, the breakers on the generator are off. This wire feed, we're not gonna hook that up yet. That's for power. Let's go on. That will take a minute to cycle back on. Alright, so far it's looking like we wired it right because we don't have any alarms going off. That'd be like a code. So I'll flip the breakers, get the lights going back on in the house, and see how that looks. Everything came back on. That feels good to have that all hooked up. I just gotta run the power feed for the winter part of it so we can heat the batteries and stuff like that. I'll get that done, but I figured I'm gonna run that power feed the same time I run the power feed for the outdoor wood boiler. We gotta run a power feed out there, so I just figured I'd wait to do that at the same time. And I'm just gonna wait for the propane company to come and hook up propane, and then we can fire up the generator.
Careful. It's right.
It's right here.
Turn across.
Oh, right there. See the tiny thing?
Oh my god, it's getting up. Oh my god, I don't think you can see on the camera. Oh, there's one right there though.
Yeah, there's two cubs.
Oh my god. This is so cute.
Here's Mama coming out.
Uh-oh.
There's a mother bear right there, and then it's got a cub over here, and then a cub further in.
Oh, there it goes.
She's calling them. Did you hear her?
Oh my god,
there
so
goes
cute.
one
Oh my
cub,
god.
two
Oh
cubs.
my god.
There goes the mama. What an adventure. I don't know if you saw the third bear cub on camera, but it was up in a tree. And I'm thinking that's why those bear cubs were so tiny. She had triplets, not just twins, but triplets. That was pretty cool. We're down here at the pond now. I didn't want to stop up there with that bear being so close.